you mean, since you use my face for a punching bag? About what?
Life.
Yours or mine?
Mine, if that's all right with you.
I thought I was a part of your life.
Maybe you are, maybe you're not. That's not the question. The question is, what am I doing with my life? Who's gonna notice if I staple something vertical or horizontal, or on my more madcap days, diagonal? And after a while, I realized that's what I'm missing.
Staples.
Opportunity. The chance to take a chance.
I'm a chance.
By myself. For myself. So, Nelson's looking for someone to take over Dagmar's column while she's on vacation.
Who is Dagmar?
Dagmar, the answer lady, you know. Dear Dagmar.
Are they still doing that drivel?
People writing with their problems, I give them advice. Don't you think I can do it?
How about horoscopes? Why don't I talk to Nelson about horoscopes? I'd like to do horoscopes.
I'm going to pick up my first day's letters. Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Sure. You got your own little personal rooting section here. Pom-poms and cheers. Oh, what? What are you doing? What is this? What? Oh, pollen season, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, hay fever city, huh? Hell, isn't it?
Get out of here.
Back off, will you? Can't you see the kid's upset here?
Yeah, I'll hold, but don't put that music on. What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything. I was just talking to him. He just caved in on me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. It's okay, Charlie. You're all right. That's the important thing. You want a glass of water? Huh? No? What, you want to talk? Okay. All right, well, what is it, kid? But just try to hold it together, okay?
I'm sorry. My mom's kind of high-strung, and my brother's in Lebanon, and my little sister's got this big spelling bee coming up.
The point, kid.
And my grandma lives in Connecticut.
You want to get to the point?
I'm really worried about Ginger, and I don't know what to do about her.
Oh, I bet she's a cute little redhead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's been kind of looking a little mangy. She got these ticks, and then there was that bladder infection, and then they had to put this pin in her hip. And
she got any sisters?
So I've been wheeling around in this little cart, but I think it makes her self-conscious.
Wait a minute. We're talking about a dog here.
I think she's gonna die, sir.
Look, kid, when a dog dies, I mean, it's kind of like...
Listen to me. Listen to me, Charlie. Can you hear me? Your dog is not going to die, okay?
She isn't?
No. No, she's not. And I'll tell you why. You ever hear of the 52 Yankees? This is a team that was in trouble all year long. This is right after DiMaggio retired, and Brown and Morgan and Coleman were headed for Korea, and Rashi and Mantle were playing injured, and the Cleveland Indians were breathing right down their necks all season long. Everybody thought it was just a matter of time till they caught them. That's what everybody said. Everybody except one person, the little guy named Casey Stengel. You know what he said? He said, I always heard it couldn't be done, but sometimes it don't always work. Now, nobody understood him, except maybe guys like Mr. Kruger here. But you know what happened?
Stengel died.
Yeah, Stengel died eventually, but the Yankees won the pennant that year. Well, you ever hear the '86 Mets? About the 6th game of the World Series. Remember that little ground ball to Billy, or the Dodgers of '55?
You're saying there's a chance Ginger will get better?
That's it. You can take it to the bank.
Well, thank you, Mr. Maxwell. I knew I could count on you.
Okay, son.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call her now. My mom says she kind of misses me during the day.
Good. You call her and make that little tail wag again, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Okay.
Thanks a million.
Okay.
That was a crummy thing to do.
What?
His mother's shaking paws with the Reaper, and you're singing Technicolor?
Oh, listen to Mr. Gloom and Doom. Excuse me for giving the kid a ray of hope.
You guaranteed him his dog is never gonna die.
I never said he would never die.
Well, he better not. Because of you, he's carrying all his slips in the same pail.
I spoke to Ginger.
Ah. And everything okay?
Well, she still doesn't sound too good. But I'm sure she's gonna be fine, just like you said. Maybe you'd like to talk to her, sir. I think it might really help. Maybe you could tell her about the Yankees and the Dodgers. She'd really like that. She's online, too.
Yo!
A&E will be right back with Dabney Coleman in Slap Maxwell.
I always use the same moisturizer my mother used, thinking, works for her, it'll work for me. Boy, did I have a lot to learn.
Introducing Clarion Skincare.
You see, Clarion has 4 different moisturizers, so their computer analyzed my skin. Turns out what's right for me is oil-free moisturizer, not what my mother uses.
Ultra pure skincare, personalized for you.
Mom always told me to take care of my skin. Now I do it right.
New Clarion Skincare, looking great and knowing it.
The New Yorker. It's been called the best magazine in the world, probably the best magazine that ever was. See if you agree. Call this number and get 52 weekly issues of the New Yorker for just $25.95. That's $65 off the cover price. Week after week, the quality of the New Yorker speaks for itself.
So call 1-800-228-2787 for 52 weekly issues of the best magazine in the world. Yes, the New Yorker.
To get more out of your viewing pleasure, you know where to look. Now take a look at the all-new A&E program guide in full color, full size, with detailed program descriptions and exciting in-depth looks at A&E premieres. Subscribe now. To order your $18 annual subscription using Visa or MasterCard, call 1-800-228-2787 toll-free. Or send a check or money order to A&E Program Guide, P.O. Box 2094, MAHOPAC, New York, 10541.
Every Monday night at 8, A&E journeys down intriguing paths and mystical cultures. Witness the silent secrets of magical places. Mondays at 8. A&E is back with Dabney Coleman as Slap Maxwell.
Every time she gets upset, she goes on a food binge.
I say it's an art form. The way she chews, those jaw muscles, the control.
Of course, it don't hurt my profits none, because unlike yourself, she pays as she goes.
Dutch, I need a refill on the French fries. Make it the onion rings. Oh, hell, give me some of both.
Why don't you try throwing down a handful of these while you're waiting? Keep the old engine primed.
Set them down. Got any Fritos on you?
Well, I got a case of beer nuts out in the car.
Get them in here.
What seems to be the trouble, Sundance?
All these people, all these lives.
Just a bunch of letters.
Huh, that's what I thought. I gotta answer them.
Well, how tough can that be? It's just like talk, except on paper. You can talk. For instance, why don't you just pretend like I'm this person? You have to answer me, okay?
Slap, I'd really like you to stay out of this, okay?
Dear Dagmar, I am the mother of a 16-year-old boy, but the other day I found a marijuana cigarette on the floor of our car. I confronted Toby, cute, and he says it must have fallen out of somebody's pocket. What should I do?
I think I'd say that I think that trust is an essential part of any healthy relationship.
A kid's a liar. Gets caught one more time, he goes to prison.
It's all so easy for you, isn't it? Like stomping on an ant colony.
You saying I'm insensitive? Honey, if it weren't for me, cockfighting would still be illegal in this state.
Yeah, just make a joke of everything.
You're looking at a man who wept openly at Richard Nixon's resignation.
I'm gonna do this alone, Slap.
Well, I wish you were as easy to figure out as these nincompoops.
Could you leave, Slap?
Well, you know my address, in case things get tough.
Good night, Slap.
Judy, what are you doing? I figured you'd be at the office. You all alone? Ah, just sitting there solving the problems of the world, huh? Well, I gotta hand it to you. That's dedication, admirable quality. The point? Well, as a matter of fact, I was just about to take my pants off, and I was wondering if... Hello. Yellow. Nelson.
What the hell do you want, Slap?
I just got back from a late movie. Thought I'd check in.
You don't usually check in with me, Slap.
Well, new policy.
Good. My family will be thrilled.
Cobra.
What?
Cobra. I saw Cobra, with Sylvester Stallone. You see it?
Missed it.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's just a Bridget thing or what, but that guy looks depressed to me.
What do you want, Slap?
Well, let me ask you something, pal, and be candid, okay? Have I been acting a little differently lately?
Yes. Good night, Slap.
Hold it. I'll tell you why I asked, because I'm thinking seriously about seeing somebody. I'm beginning to get the feeling I'm irritating certain people.
You don't have to see anybody. You hit the nail right on the head.
Thanks, pal. Oh, Mrs. Wilson? This is Slap Maxwell at the paper. Yes, is Charlie home? Hey.
Hey, Mr. Maxwell. What are you doing here?
Oh, I just happened to be talking to your mother, and she mentioned Ginger in there. Yeah. This is nice. Clean.
Thanks for coming, sir.
Yeah, sure. Not that you needed it. Oh, listen, I was reading in one of those veterinary magazines about the amazing progress that they've made on whatever it is your dog has and how they can, even if they can't, there's always a big fella upstairs, right?
Yeah, I've been talking to him a lot tonight.
Good, yeah. He is the chief. Sitting up there, throwing those miracles down from time to time.
I guess we better be going.
No, enough to go. It's a shame for the evening. We don't want to abandon the old hound at this point. When did she die?
A little while ago.
I had a dog once. Well, wasn't really mine, but when I was 10 years old, I already knew what my future was. I loved the St. Louis Browns. I just lived and died for that team.
I'm sorry, sir, but I really don't feel like hearing another sports story right now.
Well, but see, I had a little problem because I knew they were going to need a shortstop someday, and I knew that I wasn't fast enough because I had these little runt legs that came up to about my knees. And so every night that summer, I used to go over the VFW ballpark and run the bases. Every night, rain or shine. And one night I went over there and got ready to run. I looked over and there was about the ugliest mutt you can possibly imagine, standing by home plate, just guarding it. And I was a little scared, but I said, I'm just gonna take off anyway and see what happens. So I did. And sure enough, he started after me. And I kept running around the bases, and he'd get a little closer and a little closer, and I went faster and faster and faster. And finally, I realized that's about as fast as I ever run in my life.
And so the next night I came back, there he was. We did the same thing. Night after that, next night, the next night. In fact, it was just every night that summer. I never took him home. Even though I thought about that, how nice it would be to have him, at home when I got back from school, or, tagging along with me when I'm doing my paper route or something. Never even named him. Didn't seem right somehow, but he was my dog. And the Wednesday night before Labor Day, I went over to the field and I started running, and I realized I'd run around the bases a couple of times and I didn't feel that little breath on my ankles. And I looked back and he was there, but he was lagging back. He was, dogging it. And I thought, well, he's pulling a trick of some kind. Didn't think much about it. And the next night, went over again. He was there, and he didn't run at all. He just sat by the sidelines and watched me. Then a couple of nights after that, went over the field and he wasn't there. So I started looking all over for him, and finally, under the bleachers, there he was, lying down, very still, just looking up at me. So I just sat down next to him all night long. And just before dawn, he let out, this one last little gasp, took a little nip at my ankle. And then I buried him on the baseball field.
He was happier because he known you.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, he was dead. How happy could he be?
You got over him, right?
Never. Let's go, kid. Let's go.
I think I'm gonna stay a little while, if you don't mind.
You sure?
Yeah. I bet he liked that. Being buried on the baseball field. That was nice.
What?
Morning.
Oh. I must have dozed off. Is it noon already?
How about 5:30 a.m.?
Oh, what are you doing here?
Late night on the town. Just thought I'd get an early start.
You been working on that all night long?
When I wasn't eating my way through the phone book. Do you know there's a 24-hour Scandinavian place that delivers little Swedish pancakes with lingonberry sauce?
Ooh, we should have known.
Well, I've got just about enough time to get to the diner, scarf down a few omelets, and then get to bed for a quick nap.
Ooh.
No, thanks.
Now, what can I do to you halfway across town?
Thanks.
Unless...
Good night.
Good night. Piece of cake.
A&E will be right back with Slap Maxwell.
Coming up on A&E, a portrait of that ever-living babe from the Baltimore waterfronts to Yankee Stadium, Babe Ruth, on Biography.
I always figured moisturizer's moisturizer. So frankly, when I heard Clarion had 4 different moisturizers, I was skeptical.
Introducing Clarion Skincare.
But they convinced me. See, the Clarion computer analyzed everything about my skin, even the climate I live in, before it recommended the right moisturizer for me.
Ultra pure skincare, personalized for you.
Now I'm skeptical when any one moisturizer says it's right for everyone.
New Clarion Skincare, looking great and knowing it.
What happens when you add Clorox bleach to soft scrub cleanser? Ooh, the label turns green. And stains come clean. Get soft scrub with the stain-fighting power of bleach.
It's alive. It's alive. Ugly, creeping mildew. Spray on Tilex Instant Mildew Stain Remover and mildew stains vanish with no scrubbing. Try Tilex. Get your bath laboratory clean.
You always want to look your best, but the last thing you have time to do is shop. That's why there's the Spiegel catalog. It's filled with looks you love. Ralph Lauren, Calvin Klein, Liz Claiborne. And you can order 24 hours a day. We deliver to your home or office and pick up returns at no cost to you. For your new Spiegel catalog, call this toll-free number. For $5, you'll get our 500-page catalog, this elegant eyeshadow collection, and a $3 certificate toward any purchase. Spiegel accepts Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. The Spiegel catalog. It's for the woman who has everything but...
Next on A&E, a portrait of that ever-living babe from the Baltimore waterfronts to Yankee Stadium, Babe Ruth on Biography.
Oh, geez, Louise, take it easy, will you? I get it. You're a little upset because this is my last day in this flea bag, right? You've been changing my sheets and emptying my ashtrays for what? 15% of a century, right? Reached down in the wastebasket of my life. Seen the joys and the squalor. I understand the bond. Boy, what memories, huh? Well, now that it's time for me to leave, I just want you to know I'm not going to insult you with some kind of a meaningless little cash memento. We've been much too close for that.
Is it finished?
Yes.
Oh. Well, it's It's very interesting.
It's the summer my father died. How I felt. Or maybe an ashtray. I haven't decided yet.
Well, let's just call it an ashtray.
Hey, if I put this stuff down here, you won't get glop all over it, will you?
Excuse me, Slap.
And these old records, these 78s, virtually priceless.
I have a student here.
Oh, good. Listen, honey, I left some stuff out in the car. Do you mind? Yeah? Thanks. Oh, and I'm sorry about your dad.
Do you want to tell me what it is you are doing here?
Well, right now I'm looking for a safe place for my big spiderbecks. You know, I thought about what you said last week. You're absolutely right. We got to get on with our lives. I mean, after all, we did have 25 beautiful years.
It was 10. And it was 15 years ago, and they weren't that beautiful.
Right. You've got your own life, and I've got what's left of mine. Lest we forget, the tree died, so...
Who died?
The tree died. That's no concern of yours.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, we had this grapefruit tree that we planted when we first got married, and recently it passed away. I have to take her word for it that there's something bigger at work here than just haphazard gardening. So that's why.
That's why what?
That's why I'm moving back in.
You've finally gone over the edge.
I'm just agreeing with you. It'll be best for both of us. Be no more loose ends, no more dangling participles. And considering this house is still half mine.
It's in my name.
Since when?
Since the night before we went to the bank, and you realized that the loan officer was the same oozing tube of slime as that high school football coach you immortalized in your column.
Not tube of slime, tub of slime. Don't mess with my imagery.
You're right. It was such a beautiful image.
Look, honey, the point is, I think it's best that we're together during this time of great upheaval. I mean, divorce can be a very lonely thing.
And widowhood?
It's even worse. But we'll talk about that. We got a lot to hash over here. Oh, and by the way, I have not been eating a lot of red meat lately, but if you feel like whipping up a roast beef tonight, do it, okay? I'll be home about, 6. Bye-bye. Morning.
Hello.
What, a little storm coming up? Or?
Want to see something really stupid?
Never looks stupid to me.
Am I a good sport or what?
Oh. Wow, Judy's wearing the pirate suit again, huh?
The paper's dying, kid. This could bring it back to life. Nelson Kruger, 1987.
With this contest here, because I'm looking for something that looks a little more like this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now, see, that says it there. That's real provocative, that, yeah.
Nice touch. Toilet paper on your face?
These pictures for your own personal use, Nelson?
Our endeavor's kind of gasping around here. I'm trying to rally a little oxygen, you know? I mean, nothing gets them or keeps them like a contest. All the best newspapers are doing it.
Like which?
New York Times. They have the 100 neediest cases every Christmas.
That's not a contest.
Same thing.
So you're just carrying on an old newspaper tradition, is that it? Who was it, Horace Greeley, that said, go west, young man, go west, and dress up your secretaries in pirate suits?
Judy is not just a secretary. She's an office manager.
Thank you for defending my dignity, Nelson.
You're welcome. Stick this bird on your shoulder, would you?
Why, I'd be honored.
I got the treasure map, Mr.
Oh, thank you, Charlie.
Oh, my gosh.
You can go now. Right over here. Good. And the map, good. Perfect. Now, point to the treasure and wink.
Nelson, she's wearing an eye patch. Don't gild the lily.
Good old Judy. Always there to pitch in. Never argue, never complain.
Don't put yourself down like that, honey. You complain plenty.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Do I complain when your idea of taking me out for dinner is stopping at the gas station for a couple of sandwiches?
The point is, you want me to buy you dinner.
I wasn't fishing for that. Just some fleeting, vaguely nagging questions.
And I'm answering them. Okay, best meal of your life on me.
When?
tomorrow.
I won't have to carry my own tray.
Waiters?
Not cellophaned egg salad in your motel room.
Honey, give me a break. I don't even live there anymore.
What?
No, that was just a temporary arrangement. That was a stopgap thing.
Where'd you move?
Out in the country.
Where exactly?
Just out there. I forgot the address. Oh, shiver me timbers. This lad is foaming at the mouth. I've got to get him out of here.
All better now, son?
Gosh, I don't know how I'm ever gonna face her again.
There's nothing wrong with a little drool.
I just never imagined her that way, you know. Well, you know.
Yeah, happens to the best of us.
I had much a similar experience the first time I saw the Dutch woman in her United States postal blues.
I just hope she forgives me.
Oh, she will. They always do. Has something to do with their makeup.
You mean like mascara and stuff?
No, like what they are, the inner workings. You know, what makes them tick. That sweet, yielding mass of ganglia called woman. You know, I really hope that wasn't a Duke Ellington.
Nope. But this is.
Why don't you sit down here and take a load off?
The rest of your things are on the sidewalk. Nice seeing you, Dutchman. Slap will clean up the mess, I'm sure.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Look, I'm sensing a little tension here.
You know, if I killed you, I'd probably get off for insanity.
Maybe it's the PMS thing? Look, honey, look. Trees die. That's how we get toothpicks.
Hello, Mrs. Maxwell. I'm Charlie Wilson. Charles, really. Charles Albert Wilson. I'll just be sitting over here.
Come on. And look, I'll tell you what. Let's talk to the Dutchman, okay? This sage old barkeep. Let me ask you something. What would you think of a woman, a lovely, somewhat disturbed wife, mother, who is willing to throw away a perfectly good marriage to a wonderful man, paragon of fatherhood, over a dead tree?
Sounds a bit impetuous to me. Unless, of course, this woman's husband took a walk and has been dropping in and out of her life at his convenience ever since. And she's been trying to make a clean break and has blossomed in her own right and is just using the tree as the last motivating force. In which case, she might have a point.
I thought you people were supposed to be religious.
I ain't exactly following.
Haven't you been told the parable about the dead tree?
Can't say as I have.
Well, no wonder. Okay, look. It seems there was this man.
What man?
This Bible guy. I forgot his name.
Esau?
Esau. Thank you, Charlie. Okay, Esau. Esau had this wife.
What was her name?
Darlene.
I don't recall no Darlene in the scriptures.
Not important. The fact is, Esau was out on the desert for 40 days and 40 nights battling the elements. So Darlene decided to plant a tree just to take her mind off things.
A grapefruit tree?
And a child shall lead them. And yea, the tree grew and yielded. And Darlene kept her faith well until one day she went out back to empty the trash. And lo, the tree was dead. And Darlene decided right there. She said, okay, that's it. My life is chugging along just fine. I might as well give old Esau the heave-ho. But guess what happened? And this voice came booming down from up above. And the voice said, Darlene, O ye of little faith, why don't you hie on home and see what glory awaits you there? Or, words to that effect. But anyway, she hied on home. And guess what?
The tree was alive?
The tree was still dead.
I don't understand.
Well, it's a Bible story, son. God doesn't always spell it out for you. But if you want my opinion, see what I think the point is, or was that Darlene, she was overreacting.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
What happened to Esau?
He was happy and multiplied.
And Darlene just hung around and raised the kid and paid the bills while Esau ran around like the jawbone of an ass, say amen and hallelujah, huh?
Although the Gideons might quibble over some of the details.
So long, Slap.
Annie.
A&E will be right back with Susan Ansbach in Slap Maxwell.
To make a salad, you gotta put in tomatoes, carrots, bacos.
Bacony Bacos makes every bite better.
Oh, that's a salad.
To unlock your body's potential, we proudly offer SOLOFLEX. 24 old-fashioned iron pumping exercises, each correct in form and balance. All on a simple machine that fits in the corner of your home. For a free brochure, call anytime.
The way you see the world is about to change. The people, places, and events that color our lives. Stories that say something. A news magazine show with a difference. Color your world with Chronicle. Every weeknight at 7 p.m. Eastern.
A romantic encounter sets rumors flying in old Vienna.
Does that mean you know Princess Olympia?
You look like such good friends.
Sophia Loren, John Gavin, Angela Lansbury, and Maurice Chevalier star in A Breath of Scandal on A&E's silver screen. A different classic every day.
Tomorrow.
You're always on the move, and the last thing you have time to do is shop. That's why there's the Spiegel catalog. It has over 500 pages of fashion and home furnishings. For just $5, you can order your Spiegel catalog by calling this toll-free number. You'll get the catalog, this elegant eyeshadow collection, and a $3 certificate good toward any purchase. Charge the $5 to Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. Spiegel, for the woman who has everything but.
If you'd like to get government booklets on everything, from home repairs to dieting, then you'll want this free catalog. Just drop a line. Write new catalog, Pueblo, Colorado, 81009.
A&E is back with Susan Ansbach in Slap Maxwell.
You're driving Annie nuts. If you don't knock it off, I am personally going to dent your thorax. Oh, slap, slap, slap. How do you get yourself into these things?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Is that why you slept on Annie's porch all night?
I'm not the one who changed the locks. What was I supposed to do?
Go home.
That is my home.
Back to the motel.
I checked out.
Check in.
You can't just breeze in and out of that place. They got a waiting list.
I'm worrying about you, Slap. Did you ever think about, talking to somebody?
Talking to you?
No, I mean a professional. A psycho. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I even went to one.
What did he tell you?
That I should fire you. But that's not the point. It was easier than I thought. I mean, it was fun, sort of. Like playing games. Cat. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Cat.
Dog.
Penis.
That's a big jump there, Nelson.
Well, that's the way this thing works. It's the element of surprise. Divorce.
I don't know.
What don't you know?
I don't know things anymore. I used to know things. I don't know things anymore. You understand?
Sure. Things.
Social Security number, I used to be able to just reel it right off. Now, someone says, what's your Social Security number? I have to go straight to the hip pocket. 56 Dodgers, starting lineup, third baseman, no clue.
Or Annie?
Used to be I'd pull stunts like this. I don't know, somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew what I was doing. But now I just get a sense it's all...
Waltzing in the window? Showing her how dried up and pathetic your lot is?
Thanks, pal. That's exactly right. That's exactly what I've been doing. Nelson, you're the best. You know that? Morning, sir.
I'm glad to see you dressed for our date.
Well, why do you think I look like this?
I always assumed it had something to do with genetics.
Because I was up all last night thinking about you, about us, about where we're going.
And you came up with the E Street mission.
Why don't you meet me at my place tonight at 7?
Why don't we just go from work?
Because I'm cooking for you.
Chez Texaco again?
No, this is a real meal. Soup to nuts, start to finish.
Well, I'm all a tingle.
Well, honey, any slob can plunk down $20 in a fancy restaurant. I'm trying to make this a little more personal, okay? I'm a whiz with briquettes.
Okay, sure. Wait, I don't know where you live.
Well, then I shall draw you a map. Just set your gastronomical clock for 7.
I'll be there with bells on.
Bells are good, spurs, whatever's handy. Yo, anybody got some A1 sauce on them?
Ignore him.
I saw some A1 sauce in the kitchen.
He's not here.
Oh, those steaks sure smell good.
Excuse me, buddy, you want to take that for me? Put those on the table for me over there, will you? Sorry to bother everybody. This is half my house, though. If a little woman had told me she was going to throw such a soiree, why, I'd have chucked on a bunch of ribs out there. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. I don't want to burn them taters. Doggone it, don't you just want to kick yourself at times like this? We never got around to building that club cellar.
He was in a terrible industrial accident 5 years ago. Hit his head. Hasn't been the same since. Oh, but don't let that spoil your evening. Excuse me a moment.
She did.
Well, as
Found it. Everybody remembered they had to go to the,
Movies? Whoa, excuse me. Hot stuff. Here. Slap Maxwell, by the way.
Oh, Griffin Whitmore. I'm with Annie.
Yeah, no explanation needed. We're all over 21. He is over 21, right? You want to get that for me, kid? Listen, I know it's none of my business, but what are you two doing together? Homework?
keep your hands off the sculpture. Clean this up when you're finished. I have to work here in the morning.
Cheese balls. So you through with these, huh? And the Chablis.
Oh, good.
Judy. Hey, well, the directions were good then, huh?
Fine.
Well, sit down, honey. Soup's on.
No, I don't think so. In fact, I think I'm leaving. It's very nice to meet you, Mrs. Maxwell, and this wasn't my idea.
You don't have to leave.
Wait, no one has to leave. Why can't we just all sit down at the table like civilized people?
How can we do that?
Boy, girl, boy, girl.
Good. Now that's the spirit. Fella, get some chairs out there on the patio. Okay, here, honey. Go ahead.
You know, I wish I had a best friend, because I have a feeling I'm going to want to call her later and say, guess what I did tonight?
We're unique people. Different walks of life, different generations, all sitting down to break bread together. Bet they're not doing this in Russia.
You know, we never really met, but I did see you at the newspaper office.
Yes, I've seen you too. So, this is your studio?
Yeah. Gets a lot of sunlight. In the daytime, of course.
You do very nice work.
Thank you. Finally beginning to find a style I feel comfortable with.
I took some art classes when I was in high school, but I wasn't very good.
I bet you were good.
I was good at chemistry.
Yeah, I knew this was be smooth as glass. And this is like grits and gravy.
I'm sure you were good at a lot of things besides chemistry.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me. I don't even know you.
I don't know what it is you want me to tell you.
Well, tell me anything. Like, how old are you?
I'm 28.
I was 28 once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, long time ago.
Knock it off, Slab.
Sorry.
Could you pass the salt, please?
Maybe I'd better go.
You do a lot of that, don't you?
What?
Going, never sit still.
You don't know anything about me.
I know everything about you.
I'm doing okay.
You are doing what I did. And you're doing it with him. And you think everything is all fine. Until one day you look around and there is a madman in your house with his girlfriend by his side.
I'm not his girlfriend.
Then what are you?
You know what I forgot? Dessert. I was going to get the tub of that butter brickle. Or whatever, like Griffin. What do you like? Probably that maple walnut?
No, butter brickle's fine.
Thanks for the dinner. It's nice to meet you, Griffin.
Judy. Hey, Judy. So I'll call you later after Dynasty.
I don't know if you'll be able to reach me.
Well, I think everything went all right, don't you?
Let me recap the evening for you. And I'm going to be brief. You're out of control. You don't know what you're doing. You're on a runaway train and you don't know how to stop it. But let me tell you this. You better get off because you're running out of track. Good night, Slap. Excuse me. You know, the amazing thing is, this is the best dinner party we ever had.
I think so.
What are you doing here, Mr. M? I thought you checked out.
I did, but I'm checking back in. The old homestead ready for me?
Sorry, it's been rented out.
Well, that's all right. Change might be good for me. So which one do I take?
Let me talk to somebody, see what I can do. Might take a while, though. Have to put you on the waiting list.
Waiting list?
A&E will be right back with Slap Maxwell.
Behind every legend lies an untold story. Now, every Tuesday and Sunday night, great lives become great entertainment with A&E's biography series.
Next on A&E, parrots, macaws, and toucans are creatures of the everlasting heat in the concluding exploration of the glorious flying creatures, birds of the world.
Excuse us for a moment, please. After all, the past is the past. I'm just an old man trying to do some civic good. I'd like to try to help your newspaper.
Don't make me gag.
Well, thank goodness your superior is a more reasonable man than you are.
Nelson's gonna turn you down flat. Believe me, I know him.
Well, quite possibly he will. Isn't it a pity we couldn't tip the scales just a hair?
Meaning what?
A word from you in return for a certain consideration.
Oh, no, Slap. This ain't gonna be good for business.
A&E will be right back with Susan Ansbach in Slap Maxwell.
Oh, this salad is great. Oh, this is sensational. You know, well, it's stupendous. I tell you what. Oh, Bacos. Oh. Even better.
Bacony Bacos makes every bite better.
All right, Keebler, hand it over.
You're leprechauns.
Right, 'tis the end of the rainbow, and we'll be taking our pot of gold.
How about something more exciting? Rainbow Chips Deluxe.
And what might they be now?
Keebler Chips Deluxe cookies, topped with candy-coated chocolate pieces, rainbow-colored by us elves.
'Tis no blarney. They are better than gold. Ha-ha! Leave it to the little people.
Who you calling little?
Rainbow Chips Deluxe from the Keebler Elves.
G is light.
When you think of all the things your eyes have to do every waking hour of every day,
It's good to know the GE Soft White Light is easy on your eyes. It's a soft, warm, glowing light. The GE Soft White, a light so remarkable, it's sensitive to the needs of the human eye.
GE is light. We bring good things to life.
Thousands of babies could be saved every year from choking or other breathing emergencies. If only they came with instructions. Please learn American Red Cross Infant and Child CPR.
Travel to the most remote, fantastic corners of the planet. Meet people from exotic countries and see how they live. You can get there with A&E's new electronic passport. Globe TV, a ticket to the world. Tonight.
Behold the fascinating nature series that captures the mysterious and exotic wildlife in the most remote regions of the Far East.
Tomorrow.
A&E is back with Dabney Coleman as Slap Maxwell.
$300 fine. They got kidnapped the Pope.
Keep walking.
They just left me in jail. Let them find out who they're dealing with.
Trust me, they knew. They were cracking open the cyanide pills the minute I walked in the door.
Meanwhile, I was doing the world a favor.
Just for the record, Porterfield is not pressing charges. Says he's going to let the public nuisance rap speak for itself.
Miserable slime.
Heartfelt remorse, one of your finest attributes.
What is this?
My new car. Don't you like it?
What about the Chevy?
Oh, it got old. It died. You can relate to that, can't you? Anyway, I thought I deserved a treat.
There's nothing wrong with the Chevy. What'd you do, sell it?
I buried it. In the backyard. They call it performance art. It was a big... I sent you an invitation.
Wait, you buried my Chevy?
Your Chevy?
Half mine, community property.
Okay, fine. Fine, go get a shovel. Come to the backyard. Dig it up. We'll throw another party.
I can't believe you'd do something like that.
What's up? You don't care about the car. What is it?
Nelson.
What about
He's
Nelson?
dealing with Porterfield. He's getting ready to sell the newspaper right out from underneath us.
Come on, get in. I'll take you home. Come on.
Wait, whoa, wait a minute. What, this means nothing to you?
Nelson is trying to save his newspaper, so what?
He's dealing with the crook.
How do you know that?
Porterfield offered me a bribe.
And Nelson knows that.
He's probably back there right now signing papers and shaking hands and stuffing greenbacks in. But see that hideous smile on his greedy face, his glass eye.
Damn it! Nelson is your friend.
No, honey, please. Nelson has changed. He's gone soft. The old Nelson would have thrown him out. He would have taken him by the seat of the pants and thrown him out.
It's hard, Slap, living up to a legend, living up to your ideals, your expectations for all of us. For me, for Nelson, for the old Chevy. We try, but it's murder. In the long run, we're bound to fail. So when are you gonna let us off the hook? When are you gonna let us change? When are you gonna let us go?
If it's beer you're looking for, you ran out 20 minutes ago.
Oh, jeez.
Kind of low on vodka, too.
Are you drunk, Nelson?
I've been drunker. What's it to you? I killed the deal. The Porterfield thing. He came back to the office. I threw him out. Seat of his pants. Ah, hell, you were right. The guy's a crook. He offered me a bribe. Can you imagine?
Well, yeah.
And I sat in the office, thinking about the paper, what to do, how to do it. Thinking about you and me.
Shall I make us some coffee, partner?
And I'm not your partner. I'm the managing editor of the Ledger, sick as she is. What I did today, I didn't do for you. I did for the paper. Not out of some cockeyed notion of revenge for something that happened 20 years ago.
Nelson, he suckered us.
Especially you. That article you wrote, he really made an ass out of you. I mean, it happens to all of us. The difference being the rest of us get over it, whereas you can't take it.
You know what I'm remembering? I'm remembering the old Nelson Kruger, the guy that was my pal for 22 years. Now, when was it he went belly up, started stinking up the beach?
That's it. I may be drunk, but I'm gonna have to deck you anyway. On your feet.
Ooh. Well, now, this ought to be real interesting. Where were we? I guess I'm about to have to carry you home. Oh, come on.
You couldn't carry my luggage if you were Samsonite himself. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't even be working at this newspaper.
If it weren't for me, there wouldn't even be a newspaper the way you botched up.
If it weren't for me, you'd be pitching pine up the lumberyard.
You'd be wallpapering the rectory.
Yeah, I'd be hunky-dory.
I'd be gone.
Gone? You were never going anywhere. Hey, I'm sorry, Slap. I didn't mean that.
No, that's okay.
I just probably lost control of my facilities.
Never kept you from calling them the way you see them.
I'm not like you, Slap. You always wanted to be a hero. I just wanted to do my job. You had your eye fixed on the horizon. Well, mine was right straight down on the ground.
Yeah, glass eyes tend to do that on you.
I guess I was always kind of... Well, I admired you. A little.
That goes both ways.
You admire you, too, huh?
Let me drive you home.
I can drive. I'm as sober as the Supreme Court. On the other hand, I think I will walk.
Nelson.
I said I was walking. Say hello to Annie.
Annie doesn't live here.
Yeah, well, if she did.
So after I don't see him for 3 days, he comes in the door with 24 long-stem roses.
It takes time to find the right flowers. You know, Slap ain't no short stemmer.
Anyway, he'll be along soon. He's home singing the baby to sleep.
Poor kid.
Probably flirting with the babysitter, too.
Oh, don't be so tough on the guy, Annie. The main thing is that he loves you. Dutchman, a little more wine.
A little gift from the house, honoring the new assistant editor of the Ledger. Sei gesund.
And here's the best damn sports writer this town ever saw. To his lovely bride, and to a marriage made in heaven.
Or someplace like that.
Now, things are gonna work out, Annie. The economy's booming, circulation's up, and pretty soon they're gonna be playing baseball right out there in the desert. Gonna be here for 100 years. Slap, and you, and me, and the Dutchman.
Mind if I ask a question? Why did they call him Slap?
Why do they call you Dutchman?
The fellow who owned this place before me, he was the Dutchman. Greek guy.
Why do they call him Slap?
If I tell you, will you promise not to breathe a word?
You know me, silent as a pillow.
Hey, where the hell is everybody?
Slap. Come on in, partner.
Slap.
Did I wake you, honey? I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep. Had to get a little night air. Listen to the bugs cook on the neon.
What time is it?
3:30. Go back to sleep. Unless you want to talk.
I don't. But if you do,
Nah,
what do you want to talk about?
nothing. How was your date?
It was fine.
Good movie?
We didn't go to a movie. We just went out and talked.
Talked?
Yeah.
times. It was nice.
That's nice. Then what?
Then I came here.
Any other questions?
No.
Good. Then get into bed.
Really like this guy?
Why did you put on those pajamas?
Is he important to you?
I like a man in pajamas. My dad wears pajamas.
You know, you're a young girl. You got your own life. You can't stay in one place. You know that, don't you?
I know.
Sometimes you just have to let things go.
Yeah, I know that. Slap. For now, I'm with you. I don't know why. I guess it's because I want to be. Is that what you need to hear? Slap, there's something I gotta know. And I don't mean to pry. And I know that some secrets should stay secrets, but why do they call you Slap? That's what I thought.
A&E.
Next on A&E, South African rock singer Johnny Clegg becomes a part of fascinating earthly travels on Globe TV, A Ticket to the World.
Our century, the bloody Spanish Civil War begins. Then the stars come out on short stories, and comedy takes the spotlight on A&E's An Evening at the Improv, Monday night on A&E. Every Monday night at 8, A&E journeys down intriguing paths and mystical cultures. Witness the silent secrets of magical places, Mondays at 8.
Ah, now here's a flash. Peter Ubroth may have political aspirations.
One for the books. I know how. Here's the door. Duncan.
Hey, back there. Whoever you are, you want to give me a hand? Or better yet, a pair of scissors. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, not the lights. It's Friday. It's a 3-day weekend.
I hope there's no late-breaking developments.
What's this?
Oh, this is your new typewriter, sir. Isn't it shiny?
Yeah, it is shiny.
Like a newborn babe.
Yep. Get rid of it. Get my old one back.
Didn't you see the memo, sir? It came directly from Mr. Kruger.
Nope.
It was right here.
Well, why don't you just paraphrase?
All typewriters 15 years or older have been removed.
Must be hell being a messenger, isn't it, Charlie? Knowing you're gonna get your head handed to you.
It's a rather unpleasant situation.
Go in there and tell Kruger he's a gargoyle.
Gargoyle?
Oh, and a sack of pig manure.
I think I better write this down.
No, you can handle it. Just remember, pig manure, gargoyle. Okay, and get my typewriter back.
It was given to an inmate at the county prison, sir.
Just walk over to the cell block, walk in there, introduce yourself very politely, tell them we don't need any more boring jailbird memoirs. Pick up the typewriter very quietly, bring it back here by the end of the day. It's that simple.
Sir...
Move it.
Excuse me.
Not now, honey. I have to see Nelson.
You're not gonna whiplash your way out of this.
Out of what?
My reunion tonight.
Oh, honey, you weren't serious about dragging me along to that thing, were you?
Not serious about my 10th high school reunion? Of course I'm serious.
Whiplash.
8 o'clock. Bring a corsage. You gave me your word, Slap. You said, and I quote, "Yes, Judy. Yes."
Please, we were involved in something else at that particular time, weren't we?
And it's formal.
It sounds like a wonderful evening to me.
Look, I don't ask a lot. This is kind of a landmark night for me. And there could be a little something in it later, maybe for you. If you play your cards right.
Oh, you're going right to the ultimate bargaining chip, are we?
Well, when the chips are down.
Slap, when you get a free hand.
Look, I'm all tied up right now, Nelson, okay? Just give me a minute. Oh, by the way, I got a bone to pick with you. Something about a typewriter?
And don't go near the telex. I think it looks hungry again.
It's costing me $50 to get my hair done.
I'll get back to you, kid. Why'd you do it, Nelson? Was it the money? Pretty good kickback on office equipment, is that it? I hope so, because that was more than just a handful of nuts and bolts you deep-sixed out there.
Can it, Slap? When you look at me, what do you see?
Well, I see that Anita allowed you to dress yourself again this morning.
Don't insult Anita.
I'm not insulting Anita. I'm insulting you.
You think this is easy for me? Watching you paw Judy day after day, brushing against her at the copy machine? Do I not have eyes?
No, one good one, yeah.
I'm nobody's skate key, you know.
What is it, Nelson? What's the matter?
You see that bag?
Yeah.
See anything unusual about it?
Well, it looks like it's from the hardware store in the mall, not your customary hardware. That being Henderson's hardware store, where a certain cute little cashier, who shall remain nameless, but let's just call her Myrna, has been giving you a very friendly service the last few years.
Myrna. My one indiscretion. Now it's kaput.
Kaput? Well, you gotta throw me a rope. I'm fit to be tied here. What happened?
She wants us to step out of the shadows, hold our heads high. She wants to go for drives.
Drives? Oh, women, you give them an inch.
I can't afford to get caught with my head in a bread box. I gotta cut it off. I gotta work on my marriage. Anita is a wonderful woman.
A saint?
That's why I wrote Myrna this letter. I was gonna mail it, but I thought it was too cold and cruel. I want you to deliver it, in person.
Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah, thanks. Now wait a minute. You wrote this yourself, did you?
It's not exactly Finnegan's Pig, but it's from the heart. Now, don't read that. It's very personal. Don't do that.
Dear Myrna and love, Nelson Kruger. You can't name names, especially last names, especially your name. And what is this here? However, we must face it, darling. We are beating our heads against a dead horse. I tell you, pal, what I would do is just maybe take another shot at it. And next time, don't use Anita stationery. Now, about my typewriter.
Out.
Well?
Thanks. Honey, can we talk realistically about this prom thing?
You're going.
Look, Judy, There are at least 9,876 reasons why this might not be a good thing. But let's just deal with a couple of them, okay? First of all, don't you feel a little queasy about going to a 10-year reunion? I mean, you're no spring chicken. This is a tough one. The big 3-0 is staring you right in the face.
I paid cash for the tickets.
How much?
$25 each.
Oh, for those little processed cheese sandwiches with the crust cut off?
Look, I'll level with you. This means a lot to me. I don't have 9,876 reasons, but it's important. So just this once, don't let me down.
Implying that I've let you down before?
Time and time again, but at least you're consistent.
Oh, well, in a strange way, you gotta admire me for that, right?
Strange way I do.
Well, how long would we have to stay?
Until the cheese sandwiches are gone.
I'll pick you up at 8.
I owe you one, Slugger.
That's the way I figure it.
Dutch, my gut's killing me. Could I have a glass of warm milk, please? I'm stuck. This thing with Myrna's got me all bambooed.
I know about Myrna. Known for years.
I thought I was the only guy who knew. Man's my bartender, for God's sakes. So? Letter's too complex. Maybe I'm just too close to it.
Too bad somebody stole my Underwood. I could have helped you out with it.
That's what I came to talk to you about.
Not this time, pal.
It'll only take you 10 minutes.
Nelson, I can't even write in your language. I spell dear, D-E-A-R. She'd know it wasn't from you.
I spell fine. I just can't think of the right words. In the beginning, it was so simple. All I needed was nails. She was there. The sunshine in her hair, wearing that little round button that said, "If you don't see it, ask." Well, I did.
Are you sure you want to kiss this thing goodbye?
No, but I've got to. I've got no choice. Otherwise, I'm on the turnpike to hell.
Okay, Nelson. I'll write the damn letter.
You're a good human being, Slap.
Let's don't get sappy, okay, Nelson? Just drink your warm milk. Don't forget my typewriter.
Man's a prince, ain't he?
I thought I was the only guy who knew about Myrna.
Of course I did. I can still hear the song.
I can't talk now. Bye.
Listen, do I have to wear a tuxedo tonight?
Listen, I've been thinking, this whole thing is silly. Especially if you don't have the right clothes to wear.
No, I think I saw a white dinner jacket on the sink. I'll just wring it out and iron it. That's it.
Okay. I'm late for the hairdresser.
So 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
A&E will be right back with Dabney Coleman in Slap Maxwell.
One of the most shameful episodes in American history, the Japanese internment camps on Chronicle on A&E.
Tomorrow.
And by the time I got to the 4th chapter, I had the energy and will to get back on my feet again. It was amazing.
Read Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard. It's the owner's manual for the human mind. Get your copy today at B. Dalton, Walden Books, or wherever paperbacks are sold.
To get more out of your viewing pleasure, you know where to look. Now take a look at the all-new A&E program guide in full color, full size, with detailed program descriptions and exciting in-depth looks at A&E premieres. Subscribe now. To order your $18 annual subscription using Visa or MasterCard, call 1-800-228-2787 toll-free. Or send a check or money order to A&E Program Guide, P.O. Box 2094, MAHOPAC, New York, 10541.
The New Yorker. It's been called the best magazine in the world, probably the best magazine that ever was. See if you agree. Call this number and get 52 weekly issues of the New Yorker for just $25.95. That's $65 off the cover price. Week after week, the quality of the New Yorker speaks for itself.
So call 1-800-228-2787 for 52 weekly issues of the best magazine in the world. Yes, the New Yorker.
A woman of daring, beauty, scandal, despite opposition from leading women in society.
In a few weeks, no one will even remember her name.
Her open defiance of Victorian behavior seemed only to feed men's helpless desire.
You'll know that I love you totally.
A&E's DramaWorks presents this compelling series, Lily Langtry. Saturdays, only on the A&E cable network.
A&E is back with Dabney Coleman as Slap Maxwell.
Hello, looking for the Ralston house?
Sap. Sap Maxwell, I don't believe it.
Slap Maxwell.
No, it's Sap. I used to write Sap on the invoices. I remember because it was such a stupid name.
Yeah, what the invoices?
You don't remember, do you?
No.
About 20 years ago, Buddy Ralston Renovations. God, it seems like only yesterday to me.
Seems like never to me.
I remodeled a kitchen for you and your wife back in '68, '69. It was a real pain in the fanny. The first time I looked at it, I said, this one's gonna kill me. It took about 6 weeks. You remember I used to park my green truck right in front of your driveway, made you madder than hell.
That was your green truck, huh? Yeah, I hated that truck.
I recognized you right away. You know, even though you do, well, you look a lot older.
Well, you know what? You look a lot older, too.
How'd your wife like that there breakfast nook? You know, she was worried about the elbow room.
No, it came out good. That was perfect. I mean, we got room to swing a cat in there.
I bet you like them shelves I put in front of that utility cabinet, too. You know, women, you just can't get enough shelf space,
yeah,
you know?
Women, you know. They can't get enough shelf space, women.
So what are you doing down this side of the tracks? You lost?
I'm here for Judy to pick her up. I just thought I'd come down a little earlier, meet her parents. And...
You're serious? She don't ever tell me nothing. Said she was going out with some guy from the office. I figured maybe something a little more contemporary.
No.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Babs, come on out of that kitchen. You're not gonna believe who Judy's date is tonight. Slap Maxwell. Oh, Barbara, I'd like you to meet Slap Maxwell. Slap is my wife, Barbara. Babs, you remember 18, 19 years ago I was doing that nasty bugger remodel over the...
I'm sure she wouldn't remember something like that.
Well, sure she would.
I'll bet she doesn't. That was so long ago that I barely do myself, but it's sure nice to meet you for the very first time. And...
So you actually been going out with Judy, huh?
Yeah, occasionally, yeah. We don't actually have any fun or anything like that, but...
You're old enough to be her father.
Oh, he's not.
He sure is.
I am. I mean, old enough to be your father. Of course, I'm not. That's you're her father, and there's no doubt about that.
Babs, I know you remember this guy. That breakfast nook liked to put me in a straitjacket. I remember coming home at night mumbling.
Would you
about
forget about the breakfast nook? That was a tiny, insignificant thing, and it was a very, very, very long time ago, okay? Ta-da!
Our little girl.
Holy Toledo.
What's wrong with Mom?
Who knows?
Wow. I'm just not used to seeing Judy dressed. Up. Dressed up. All dressed up.
Babs, it's all right. He's not taking her away forever.
Why is my mother falling apart?
We got heavy-duty nostalgia working here, honey. I mean, sunrise, sunset. It's called being a parent.
Mother, please.
Look, if anybody would like to talk about a curfew at this time, I'd be open to it.
How about now?
Why don't we just say we won't be out past 11?
Why are you saying that?
Well, look, honey, this is very traumatic for everybody.
Well, it's not too late to back out.
No, not after I went to every supermarket in town to find this corsage. Not to mention the fact that I had to stuff myself into this jacket. No, I think we better go, okay, before somebody dies.
Maybe you're right.
Well, this is kind of like one of those Kodak moments.
You're quiet as the Western Front.
I think I've got to talk to you about something very important.
Well, honey, I'm sorry about the dressage. I thought it was real. I felt it and everything. I didn't see the Taiwan.
When people see us together, they probably react the way my parents did, huh?
Well, I think the trick, honey, is not being seen together. I mean, I'm a very private guy, and if you looked old enough to vote, that would be one thing, but as it is...
You know how things are, Slap. What scares me is that something funny seems to be happening to me.
Well, do you want to shine this shindig and head for softer surroundings?
Slap, have you ever really been in love?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been in love plenty of times. Be in love right now if I could breathe in this jacket.
I mean, so much in love that you can't think straight.
Stars and guitars, honey.
And you find yourself doing absent-minded and selfish things to the people you care most about.
Are you all right, honey? You look a little berserk.
You know, for a girl who had a reputation for being kind of wild, I always had it pretty much under control, but now I feel like I'm on a boat in the middle of the ocean in a hurricane or something.
Mm-hmm. I think Dramamine. Don't mistake an upset stomach for love.
I don't think I am. I think this could be the real thing.
I might have to mull this one over for a minute or two.
I've talked to you about Neil, haven't I?
Oh, yeah.
My first true love, all through high school. We were pretty tight. And we weren't. Now he's back. He called me last week. I saw him in his pilot's uniform. Thought it was just echoes. It was pretty powerful stuff. The more I talk to him, the more I can see a life with him. Marriage. A home somewhere, some kids. And he could see it too. He's in there right now. And I'm scared. He wants to take me up to the Air Force Base tonight. What do you think?
Neil, the test pilot.
You're not surprised. I mean, you could see it happening, couldn't you?
Oh, God, yes. Yeah, I could see it a mile away. And I knew it last year.
I'm sorry I brought you here like this. Pretty crummy thing to do, huh? Using you as protection. Like, maybe I wouldn't have to risk anything if it got too scary in there. Like, I could always fall back on you. Slap, I don't know how to handle this.
Well, you just go where your heart tells you to go, that's all. And you might not get a chance to go back there. So, you know what they say, when you gotta go, you gotta go, so... Oh, is that... Oh, no. I'll tell you what, honey. Why don't you go on in there? I'll see if I can dig up a needle and thread, and I'll come back later on. We'll have a little punch and cookies, okay?
Thanks, Slap. Thanks for the ride.
So that's why this is the hardest letter I've ever had to write. Finally, I know how much you mean to me, but I have to let you go because that's part of love, too.
How goes it?
Well, actually, it's a little awkward having the letter B to work with again, but I guess it makes words like basketball and Boris Becker easier to understand.
No, I meant the letter.
Oh. See for yourself.
It's nice. It's you. Wonderful. Tough, but generous. Too bad I can't use it.
What do you mean you can't use it? That says it all. I mean, the sorrow, the pity, what it feels like to really care about somebody, spilled guts.
I can see all that. Despite the rumors, I can read. I just don't need the letter anymore. I've changed my mind. I'm going to snap it in person.
Nelson, I put a lot of effort into that. I didn't just dash it out.
I appreciate the gesture, but I'd rather press my nose against the window than to be the guy with the glue on his hands.
You're right. She'd know you didn't write it.
Judy didn't come in today.
That's right. She's at some Air Force base.
Why?
Well, sometimes I guess you just gotta fly. Nelson, do you think I'm losing my looks?
Yes, but I still find you extremely attractive.
You sure you don't want to take this along just in case confusion reigns? Because confusion does reign, you know. This could be a big mistake.
A&E will be right back with Slap Maxwell.
Three Guys Plumbing.
For hair clogs at their worst.
It's for you.
No other drain opener works better than Liquid Plumber.
Liquid Plumber? Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Call Liquid Plumber first.
What happens when you add Clorox bleach to soft scrub cleanser? Ooh, the label turns green. And stains come clean. Get soft scrub with the stain-fighting power of bleach.
If you're serious about painting or just like to look and collect, take a look at American Artist magazine, the only art magazine where realistic American art is shown in all its facets. American Artist magazine is the only art magazine committed to realistic art. American Artist magazine is written by artists, authors who care about art. It gives you tips and information about new products. And in every issue, you visit an important artist.
We artists all learn from seeing each other's work. I know that I do.
Subscribe now to American Artist magazine and get a really useful free gift. Call 1-800-228-2787. $17 for a full year, 12 monthly issues. Send your check today. Here's that number again. Call 1-800-228-2787. Get your sturdy canvas tote bag worth $5, free with your paid order. Get American Artist magazine and a free gift. Call now.
If you need a hand to quit smoking, it's as close as your phone. 1-800-4-CANCER. The Cancer Information Service's free helpline. For answers, for facts, for support to make quitting a little easier. Even if you've tried before, they'll help you try again. And again. And again. So don't give in. Give them a call. 1-800-4-CANCER. And give yourself a hand.
We'll try anything to get you to watch A&E's An Evening at the Improv.
I just hope I won't have to resort to this.
A&E's An Evening at the Improv, Monday and Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern.
Next on A&E. Friends, family, and fans continue to pay tribute to the legendary boxing champ Joe Louis in a concluding portrait on Biography.
Behind every legend lies an untold story. Now, every Tuesday and Sunday night, great lives become great entertainment with A&E's biography series.
Mom, what's rocket fuel made of?
Look it up, dear.
Look it up, dear.
Stay tuned for a free offer from Encyclopedia Britannica.
Come taste the adventure. Come reach to the sky. Come feel the excitement of who, what, where, why. Open Britannica. Explore and you'll find that living the moment can capture your mind.
To find out more about Britannica for your child, call toll-free
1-800-228-2787.
and we'll send you this free booklet. And just for previewing Britannica in your own home, you can get this 3-volume desk reference set absolutely free. So call this number now.
There's experience for a lifetime in Britannica.
Call now.
Hi, I'm Dinah. Join us this fall. We have a whole bunch of exciting new shows coming to you from California. We're going to call it A Conversation with Dinah. And those conversations will be held with some very interesting people. President Gerald Ford, Mrs. Ford, Don Meredith, Robert Stack, Jack Lemmon, Mrs. Nancy Reagan, Betty White, John Forsythe, all exclusively on TNN. So pass the word. I'll be looking for you.
If you thought this was your only source for in-depth quality reporting, think again. Now there's World Monitor with anchor John Hart and 22 bureaus around the world. Watch and you'll understand how and why the world reacts to the issues and events that shape our lives. Because World Monitor covers the most important story of all, people. World Monitor, a daily look at the human experience. Only on the Discovery Channel, weeknights at 7 Eastern, 4. Night, great lives become great entertainment with A&E's biography series.
Mr. Maxwell?
What's this?
This? This? Oh, well, this would be my mom, and this would be my dad, my dog, and this would be Uncle Joe. Gosh, sir, you'd really like Uncle Joe, if that was the question.
The question is...
What am I doing sitting at Miss Ralston's desk, sitting in her chair, breathing on her phone?
That's a start.
It was Mr. Kruger, sir. He said I could sit here. Just temporarily, of course. If Miss Ralston comes back, or probably... When Miss Ralston comes back. Did I say if?
Charlie, there was a letter here. I left a letter right here.
Yes, there was a letter. It's in the desk now. Bottom right, with Miss Ralston's pencils. And some lipstick. and some personal items I didn't get a chance to look at closely, but I think I know what they were. Guarding this letter with my life. Unless, of course, you think we should just rip it up. Sir, I know Miss Ralston had big shoes to fill, but I swear, if you give me a chance, I will do everything in my power to be everything to you that she was. Is. Did I say was? I meant is.
My God, Nelson, there's nothing sacred.
Where's my tie clip?
You couldn't even wait till the body was cold?
What body? And somebody stole my damn tie clip.
I'm gonna run a name by you. Judy Ralston, attractive, buxom gal, smile on her face, little bounce to her walk, making all things right. Kind of the heartbeat of this operation.
Nah, Judy wouldn't steal my tie clip.
You gave away her desk.
I didn't give away anything. It's still out there the last time I looked. You think this tie's too yellow?
You can't do that, Nelson. You can't just pack up a person's life and just dump it on the pavement just because she stepped out for a couple of minutes.
What are you talking about? Judy ain't coming back.
Of course she's coming back.
That ain't what I heard. I heard she's gone with the wave, slow boat to Fiji, ran off with some test pilot or something like that.
Who told you that?
You told me that.
So what?
Added to the fact that she hasn't shown up for work in a week and a half. You think this tie's too yellow?
Nelson, we don't know anything for sure.
Maybe if I had a green suit. Charlie, give me that tie.
Nelson, you're all heart. You know that?
We all miss her, Slap. But I got a lot of things on my mind today. Something's happening. Maybe something big. I got a call today from Frisco.
Ooh, Frisco. Well, now, see, you didn't tell me that. Frisco. Wow.
The call was from Ernie Detweiler, editor-in-chief, Sports Monthly.
Yeah, I know who Detweiler is.
So, he's flying here today to have lunch with me.
So you're having lunch?
That's right. Act like it's nothing. Well, it ain't nothing to me. I know what you're saying. Detweiler's a heavyweight. So why does he want to see me? I was up all night sawing beavers over that. And then it came to me. There's only one reason possible. You know what I think?
He's gonna offer you a job?
Well, I have to admit, the thought did occur to me, fantastic as it may be. I mean, this isn't a big operation, but the ledger isn't exactly unknown, right?
Right.
And my kid met his kid at that survival thing up in the mountains. Now, that could mean something, couldn't it?
Could.
And I read where a lot of guys dropped dead in the last couple of years on that magazine. And I thought, maybe, who knows?
Whoa. Just wait a minute, okay, pal? Look, he's not gonna offer you a job.
What?
Nelson, look, I hate to be the one who knocks the wind out of your sails, but let's look at this thing objectively. Here's a big-time editor going cross-country, and he decides to take a gander at how the little folks live, get a sense of the common man. So he just picks a name out of a hat, drops in for a free lunch, sits back, watches the rubes kowtow to him, then jumps into his limo, says thank you, so long, and that's it.
You really know how to put the saltpeter in the beer, don't you?
Nelson, I would say the same thing if you'd called me.
Yeah, but he didn't. He called me.
Okay, Nellie, just don't expect too much, all right?
Mr. Maxwell?
Not now.
I think there's something you should see in the paper.
Print my column upside down again?
No, sir, this is in the real estate section. I often read it just for fun.
Who doesn't?
There's a house in it, sir.
A house in the real estate section? Well, are you sure about that, Charlie?
Well, yes, sir. Actually, there's lots of them. But this one isn't one of them. This is your house. Yes, sir. See? There's a picture. 2 bedrooms, Valley Lane. For sale by owner.
Then there's the patio.
Oh, I wouldn't go out there, folks.
Who's that?
There's a car buried in the backyard.
Don't pay any attention to him. He's not real. He's just a ghost. Haunts the premises searching for, something.
She tell you about the rats in the cellar?
I didn't know there was a cellar.
Well, neither did the rats. That's why they live in the kitchen, along with the roaches in the icebox. Cold ones. Deadly. Real deadly.
I'm leaving.
Honey, we like it. We're really very interested.
Thank you. You exhaust me, Slap. You make my bones ache.
Oh, all you need's a little liniment. I could rub it in for you.
Aren't you supposed to be at work?
I was at work. I read your little ad, house for sale by owner. So I thought I'd just check it out, in as much as, I am the owner.
In spirit only. The mortgage is in my name. It always was.
Impossible. I signed the deed.
You were unavailable that month. You asked me to sign for you. I forgot.
Oh, Annie Maxwell, I can't believe you'd stoop to some kind of legal skullduggery like that, honey.
I'm surprised it took you this long to find out. The ad was in your paper for the last 2 weeks.
You know, I don't get this. Why now? Just when things are getting better for us?
I need a place with more light.
The other night? That was nice.
Some more yard, a few trees.
Holding each other like that, all entwined.
Maybe a shed.
We could do that again sometime. Like, maybe right now.
See this?
Be pretty hard to miss.
A friend of mine gave it to me. Policeman. I told him about this bad dream I've been having.
Dream, huh? I like dreams. Why don't you sit down on that couch over there and tell me about it?
Well, I'm in bed, alone, in the middle of the night. On the outside, crows are devouring the grass.
Crows?
Yeah, they eat the grubs. They tear up the grass.
Sounds like a fertilizer problem to me.
Only I can't move. Because something is banging on the windows, insinuating itself, crawling in the walls, setting fire to everything. Then I wake up.
All's well that ends well, right? Maybe cut down on the anchovies a little bit.
Think I'm crazy, don't you?
No. Yes. Yeah, you've never been real stable. So why don't we put that blaster down?
Don't worry. It's not you in the dream. It's me, banging to get outside. I need a change. Can't live in this place anymore.
Probably right. Neighborhood's not what it used to be. You belong on a beach, probably. A little thatched hut, buried in the sand, carving coconuts.
I enjoyed the other night's laugh.
Really?
You were so kind and giving. Reminded me of all those things you are when you're not being a jerk.
Oh, shucks.
You're a remarkable guy. You're an original. That's why I have to ask you a favor.
Anything.
It's a big one.
Whatever, honey. Caviar, wine, shirt off my back.
Don't come around here no more. Okay? Because if you do, I'm gonna have to kill you. Hi.
Hi. Judy? Judy! Sailor home from the sea. Hunter home from the hills.
A&E will be right back with Susan Anspach in Slap Maxwell.
What's that, Lucille? The new what? Oh, you're talking about that brand new McChicken sandwich at McDonald's, the one with that down-home taste. I hear you, babe. Tender, juicy, old white breast meat with spicy seasoning. You say new McChicken's real down-home taste is something special? Hate to put you down, but... You can say that again.
Fans, please.
Mr. Garfield, welcome to Embassy Suites Hotel.
My room.
Here, you get a suite for about the price of a room at most Marriotts or Hyatts.
Beautiful. Don't change a thing.
The living room, sir.
Love what you've done with this room.
The bedroom.
This is great. I need my space.
And of course, you'll want to take advantage of Embassy Suites' free breakfast.
Food.
Served every morning.
At Embassy Suites, you don't have to be a fat cat to enjoy the sweet life.
I resemble that remark.
Gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. That being so stated, on to the job at hand. Please take note. Listen carefully. To begin...
Every one of these executives flew to this important business meeting on a different airline, sampling various meals, beverages, onboard services, and other amenities. Can you find the one executive that flew here on Alaska Airlines?
Divide the whole quantity by...
A&E Journeys invites you to explore the ancient wonders and breathtaking beauty of Egypt in a special 3-part documentary series. Discover the vanished glory of a lost age with English Egyptologist John Romer as his travels recall a vast civilization whose ruins haunt the arid landscape. From the fierce waters of the Nile to the majestic pyramids at Giza, you're in for an unforgettable journey to Romer's Egypt. Premiering September 11th, only on the A&E Cable Network.
North Africa, Berlin, Stalingrad, Iwo Jima, Normandy. Don't miss the 39-part series of World War II, Battle Line.
Wednesday.
A&E is back with Dabney Coleman as Slap Maxwell.
Okay, I want some explanations, and I want them fast.
Don't you mean, gee, Jude, it's wonderful to see you. How have you been?
Now, what are you doing with that thing on your finger?
This?
No, let's just keep it out of sight for a while, all right?
Better yet, why don't I just lop off my arm?
Now, what am I supposed to be doing now? Throwing rice or tying shoes onto your car?
Gee, I thought maybe you'd be happy for me.
Well, you're out of your mind. Look, it's very obvious you're going through some kind of emotional experience.
What the hell? Let's call it love.
First, it was that high school reunion, then the trip, then a couple of moonlit nights. But that doesn't mean you have to get caught up with this guy, honey.
Neil.
No names, okay?
Sorry? My fiancé. Slap. We talked this all over that night 2 weeks ago. I told you how I felt. You said you understood.
Well, I do. I do understand. Man is a test pilot. That's a very glamorous thing. I can understand why you want to go to the base with him for a couple of days, but that doesn't mean you have to...
Actually, we never got to the base. There was a little bed and breakfast right there in town. Even a hot tub. Romantic. You know what I mean?
Is that what you think marriage is? A dip in a hot tub?
Slap, I know what I'm doing.
You think you know what you're doing. You just wait a few years. Wait till the glamour wears off. Till the old hot tub dries up. The dress whites are put away in the closet. You're standing out in some field next to a wash line with pin curlers in your hair, staring out at the coyotes, bored to tears.
I like doing the wash. It's kind of sensual.
Sitting in front of a television set, darning his socks, taking a little nip off the bottle, waiting for him to stagger home from the officers' club.
He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He reads everything he can get his hands on, and he loves me.
What does that mean? And what about you? What about your life? You're a bright girl. You're on your way up in the exciting world of journalism. I may be a drudge right now, but, I mean, miracles can happen.
That's what he said. That's why we're not getting married.
Wait a minute.
Not right away. Neil doesn't want me to be an Air Force wife. He thinks it's important that I find something for myself. Something I can believe in, something I can do, something I can take pride in. He wants me to be all that I can be.
Wait a minute, he said this to you? Be all that you can be?
Quite a guy, huh?
Honey, this man is a moron.
He wants what's best for me.
What do you think I want from you? Who do you think was protecting your desk when you were out there waltzing around in that whirlpool?
Yeah, well, thanks for that, I guess.
All right, sure. Anytime. Anything else I can do to help?
You really mean it? Because there is something.
Sure, you're not married yet. You name it. I mean, wine, caviar. You want to use my house? You want my house.
Can you teach me how to be a writer?
Is it my imagination, or are you doing more than your usual share of bear baiting tonight?
No more than usual, no.
Feels as if there's something on your mind.
No, nothing. Mine's a blank. That's when you would not believe what I've been through today.
You mean what, with Annie selling the house and all?
Annie is selling the house.
I hear Judy's back in town toting a diamond.
Judy comes back into town wearing an engagement ring.
I hear she wants to be a writer.
But now get this. Now she wants me to teach her how to write.
It's a worrisome world. Hectic times.
Oh, boy, things are changing, huh? People moving around all the time. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore?
And then, of course, there's Nelson. Been sitting there quite a while, nursing that one through.
You know what? Maybe you should put a burger on for him. I think he's gonna need it. I'll pay. New in town, sailor? Well, how'd it go? Detweiler, lunch.
Clams were fine. Steak was raw, but he said it's supposed to be.
There you go. It's Nouvelle cuisine.
I've been sitting here for a while, you know, kind of rummaging through the lumber, sorting the hardware. This morning I was really flying, Slap. On my way out of here, ready to pack the blankets. That was something I hadn't felt in a long time. Guess I always thought I'd go down with the goats once the ledger went under.
So what are you doing? Flying, packing, or herding goats?
Detweiler didn't offer me a job. When I asked him, he looked surprised. Fact is, he never had it on his mind.
Well, I'm sorry.
He was only here for the steak tartare. Plus, he asked me to deliver a message. Sports Monthly is a hell of a magazine.
It's okay.
Slick, glossy. You know, some people say it's the most influential sports journal published in these United States.
Oh, well, what do they know?
Well, that's what I say. Still, maybe you've seen that edition they put out once a year in the slack month between the Super Bowl and the bathing suit issue. Of course, nobody reads it. Only 10 or 15 million people. And they pick out some guy, some sports writer, and they do a feature on him. I mean, they usually pick a guy from a major paper, some big-name writer, but not always. They run a collection of his columns, you know, say some things about him, point out how he's brought credit to the profession, respected by his peers. Meaningless blather like that. They call it the Career Achievement Award. Well, I mean, you and I know they don't know what they're doing, but hell, sells a lot of magazines, don't it?
Maybe.
Sells a lot of newspapers, too. Maybe ours. Advance copy. Due out next month.
Cheeseburgers up.
Slap's writing. Again.
Writing? About what? Kid sits here all day. He's gonna grow up to be some kind of pansy. Let me see this. It's like I figured. He can't even write his own name.
Stan.
I'm going bowling, Alma. Don't wait up. And tell that kid of yours he better start thinking about getting some grit, for God's sake.
Oh, well.
Annie? Eh? Oh, boy. I rang the bell. I didn't hear anybody inside, so I just, you feel all right, honey? It's about 2 o'clock, you know. Why aren't you sleeping?
I've been expecting you.
Something's happened, Annie. Something big.
I know.
Annie, listen, I've been thinking real hard all day long. Even before I found out that, well, before that. And I've been thinking how it was with us, you know. We've always been a part of each other's lives. And I know that I wouldn't have gotten as far as I did without you. And I'm beginning to realize that now. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, Annie.
Talk, Slap. Talk.
Okay. Okay, I'll talk. I was just trying to say that even though we're not even divorced, I wondered how you would feel about our getting married again. Holy cow.
A&E will be right back with Slap Maxwell. Coming up on A&E, a vivid record of the president who changed the face of modern warfare forever. Harry S. Truman on biography.
From ancient times, astronomers have defined an eclipse as the passage of a celestial body between the observer and the sun. Today, an eclipse is the passage of a celestial body with the observer in it. For personal exhilaration, an eclipse can eclipse an eclipse.
Because trouble lurks in many places, Rubbermaid waste cans are built to bounce back from an accidental, a slight, even an occasional. Perfect! So while you could buy something less than Rubbermaid, you wouldn't have something made like Rubbermaid. Don't you wish everything was made like Rubbermaid?
If you're serious about painting or just like to look and collect, take a look at American Artist magazine, the only art magazine where realistic American art is shown in all its facets. American Artist magazine is the only art magazine committed to realistic art. American Artist magazine is written by artists, authors who care about art. It gives you tips and information about new products. And in every issue, you visit an important artist.
We artists all learn from seeing each other's work. I know that I do.
Subscribe now to American Artist magazine and get a really useful free gift. Call 1-800-228-2787. $17 for a full year, 12 monthly issues. Send your check today. Here's that number again. Call 1-800-228-2787. Get your sturdy canvas tote bag worth $5, free with your paid order. Get American Artist magazine and a free gift. Call now.